So we're at Phil Foster Park today, and it's right below this bridge, Riveria Beach area. And this is a really great place for snorkeling, scuba, and also kayaking. We've already snorkeled today during high tide, where it was supposed to be a little clearer, so kind of murky. One thing that's great about this park, and you can look this up online, but there's man-made reefs, little like concrete structures all the way up and down through here. On the other side of those concrete pillars is the boat channel, so it's a protected area, so everybody gets a chance to come out here and be safe. And what's great is that even when it's super hot in the summertime, you have this natural sunshade from the bridge that's above you. It does get very crowded here. We got here early and it's not even 11, and there hasn't been parking for over an hour. I heard the sheriff saying that there was only 2 spaces left about an hour ago. So it gets real crowded really quickly, and it'll stay that way all day. The parking is free. So we just left Phil Foster Park, which is just right there underneath that bridge. And it wasn't but 5 minutes or less of kayaking straight to what is, I don't know, maybe 12 inches of water. I know tide's going out, so as it goes, I think the tide will actually get even less. You can even see over there, they're in ankle deep water. And we just kayaked right over. There's dogs and little babies, and they've got, this guy's got like his own little homemade raft, sunbathing on it. Not the only one. There's a couple of them. This guy, it isn't homemade, but I don't think that thing's had any active motors in a long time. Another one over here says private property, but it's got boat number on it too. Oh, he's even got himself like a little hammock thing in the back. What we're doing is still headed over right there to Peanut Island. We just haven't made it over there just yet. We're just exploring as we go. And we just couldn't help ourselves from stopping right here and checking out this shallow water area. There does seem to be just an incredible number of boats through here. And it's, as you would expect of Florida, it's all aspects. It's the ones that you couldn't give away, all the way to the ones that a lifetime salary probably wouldn't buy, except for those that just, were at the right place at the right time. Getting a little closer to Peanut Island, and definitely getting a little busier. I think it's about 11:15 or so, and closer to a lunch window. And you can see where a boat can fit in, the boats are filling in. We kept going. You see the water splashing right there? There is just super shallow, ankle deep. Again, tide's still going out. So Phil Foster Park right there where we snorkeled, you can see there's a boat channel to the left. And then there's just tons of these little, God, that one's not little, I guess, but it also doesn't look like it's moved in a very long time. This one doesn't look like it has any intentions of moving. It's just a place to come hang out. They've just got their own spot at the sandbar. There's quite a bit of that around here. And it sounds like, those that have stereos and batteries, they're already over here cranking it up. Some folks showing their political support, others their nationality support, and just generally having a really good time on a Saturday afternoon here at Peanut Island. And we're gonna actually traverse around this island and see if we can, find a real comfortable spot for us to eat lunch. And if not, I think we'll just come back here, grab the super stick, stab it in the sand, and just float around and enjoy the day. So still coasting along around the Peanut Island, and way busier just on the other side of the dock that brings the ferry. And there's a lot of rocks and snorkeling over here, and folks are seeing plenty of fish. Water's pretty rocky through here too, just in this little area. I stabbed the super stick. It's a little rocky, but I still got it probably in there a 1.5 feet. And then snack time. Stacy's Pita Chips. Shout out to Amazon for still carrying the jalapeno flavor. Sorry, Publix, you decided it wasn't worth your time, so I don't get it from you anymore. And then some hummus. It's hard to find a good spicy hummus. but I do with what I can. Cindy's off snorkeling over here somewhere, so we just tied up just to take a little break. So part of these older docks here are all closed off. I've never been here before, so I don't know, but the buildings behind look like maybe they were some kind of a shop or welcome center. But the port's right in front of us. I know the Margaritaville sails out of here, but it's not in port right now. Some of these bigger ships are. And definitely this channel through here. But yeah, it looks like maybe some storms hit this and really caused a lot of damage. And wow, even that's not even storms, that's just rot. That's just old docks right there. More views of the port. We're wrapping around the island here on the other side, and we get a chance to see more of the industrial side of things. And oh, and some big boats. The flying out. Oh, that's parasailing going out. And some of this is still closed off. This is the other side of it. There's looks like a big motor and pump is what that looks like. Now they're pumping water from somewhere to somewhere else. Oh, it looks like my lovely bride might be going to the beach. I think she's hungry. It's about time to eat. Big scrap pile over there. Wow, this is pretty neat. Not being exposed to a lot of this most of my life makes it really interesting for me, because it just seems like it's just a different way of living. But I don't know what the history of some of these buildings are. We're gonna have to look that up. So after paddling around through the currents, we're almost back all the way around to the sandbar. Cindy's had quite the day, but there is definitely a lot of traffic through here. And boats are starting to stack in on top of boats, wherever they can put in. Definitely busy. And this one over here is tilted on the beach. He's there till the tide comes back up, which is until, I don't know, it's sometime tonight. So they even have, if you're up for it, New York style pizza here on Peanut Island. They have a delivery, and you can get some pizza. There's probably a bar floating around too. And then this is an ice cream guy. I saw him earlier. He just got what looks like almost just a tiny little boat, but he's got a cooler on it. And he is selling some ice cream. One of the other things that you're gonna have to deal with is just all kinds of musical variety. I think pretty much everybody out here that has a boat that's had it long enough to invest into the stereo system wants to play their favorite tunes. So it's almost monotonous. I don't know. Crazy. Wild out here. Oh yeah. I don't know if you can jump on that or what it is. Let's go cruising, it says. So we had a nice lunch and just floated for a little bit. And one thing that I think is worth showing here is how much the tide has gone down. I'm just, I don't know, not quite ankle deep, but getting close. And earlier today, there was no sand visible through here. We came right through here when we launched. I think low tide is 3. It's getting close to 2, so it's still on the way out. And you can already see quite a bit of sand. And there's people all over it. And there's some boats that are beached too. I think they come, they know that they're gonna be here for a hot minute. So then they stay until the tide comes back up. Of course, kayaks and paddleboards don't care. It's pretty neat the way that tide shifts.